Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. In this video, I'm going fishing in some rising water, some muddy water, some water with some current for some catfish. And I've got an important tip in here, as you could tell from the thumbnail, of something you don't want to do. Yeah, boom, it is. It is hooked up. I'm talking very low because there's like some people over here watching me. That's a good fish. That is a shrimp bait, by the way. Hooked up. And I'm sitting here right off some people's docks. I think they think I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself. That's okay. Hopefully they can't hear me really good. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is a VRBA down here or what. Good fish though. Good fish, hooked up. Oh, there he goes. A little bit of a mess here. We're gonna have to net this one. Okay, let's go to this side of the boat. Let's play on the other side. Get into another line. That way I'll have my back to them too. Fun. First world problems. My hat turned around. I just got up here. I've got some shrimp out and some shad. This is kind of the same deal I did in another video. Trying these baits out and see which one wins. Boom. Oh yeah, angry fish. Angry fish, muddy water, got a little bit of current. You can see some stuff going by. Oh yeah, smoke it, baby. Not a lot of current, but enough to get some scent spread. And that one hit right after I dropped the bait in the water. Yes, sir. Nice fish, nice fish. Nice big male. Boom, in the net. He's also wrapped up in another line. One of the great things about a bait feeder, you can flip that if it's loose enough and pull some line off without bird nesting it. So, put this baby in the boat, take a look at it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So if he got into that other line pretty good, we'll have to reset it. That's a good one. Big healthy male. I was out here the other day and let me get that thing undone there. Pop loose, pop loose, pop loose. There we go. All these lines off of it. We weren't seeing that many males in here. This is definitely one of them. All these lines off. He's getting ready to slap me in the face. They hate when their tail gets grabbed. It's a good fish. Nice blue cat in the teens there. Yes, sir. Nice fish. Heck yeah. The old Catfish Pro fish grippers saving my hand. Let's get him back in the water. There you go. I was uncutting and untangling that mess, and I think there's a fish on this one. I have not even got that other rod back out yet. Yep, hooked up. Hooked up. Hey, the other bait I don't even have back in the water. It was a chicken bait. Not a chicken bait, a shrimp bait. I keep thinking chicken. This one, it's a gizzard shad. I got gizzard shad on the pink rods and shrimp on the orange rods. These are all Catfish Pro rods here. That one is a, no, let me get him up here. Nice channel catfish. Big male. Angry. Big old mouth. Got a little battle damage. Got a little something on his butt there messed up. Not looking good. Gonna get him back alive. Yeah, folks, there's two fish back to back. A couple of minutes apart. Literally, the first fish that came in, the bigger one, was tangled up in another rod, another line, and was dealing with that, cut that stuff loose, and I was just about to retie and seen that one swimming off with a bait. So one on shrimp, one on shad. It's muddy water. We've had some rain. There's been a good inflow, and it's muddy. We got some current. We're about at the crest of the lake right now, so basically what that means, it's about as high as it's going to get. Generally speaking, leading up to a crest in a lake or a river, the bite can be pretty good. When it starts to drop, especially if it's a significant drop, the bite can wane. Now, that's just generally speaking. It doesn't always happen. The bite doesn't always get good either. So you kind of have to get out there and fish to figure out what's happening with it. But it's been good here. Part of it is this is springtime. There's a lot of fish all over the place because of spawning and because of chasing shad, crappie, perch, all of these other fish that are spawning. So it's a good combination of stuff going on. We don't always get a lot of significant rain in the spring. We'll get thunderstorms, that kind of thing, but it's not always enough to bring a spike in the water. So that's why I got out here, got these baits in the water. We'll see if we can get another one. Talk about some of the rigs we're using. I think there's a fish swimming off with this. Yep, he is. Got him. This is a shrimp bait. Go into that line. Yep, let's get underneath that. Here we go. Hooked up. Got another one. Picking at them, folks. We picking at them. Smaller blue. We don't discriminate because of size. Tell you what, they're doing a good job of getting in the other lines. That I can tell. He's lucky he didn't get eaten by a big fish. Good little fish there. Little blue, future. Getting some dark color. Probably getting a little spawning excitement going on. On shrimp. Looks like there's another one on that bait I just put back out. We will take them any way we can get them, folks. Not a giant, but a fish. Hopefully I can keep them out of the other lines. Current's making a difference. Current is spreading the scent. It is getting it out there so these fish can find these baits. Santee rigs are helping with that. We don't always get current here. This is nice to where it's not overpowering flow. We got some muddy water, got a rise, but it's not overpowering. Another channel catfish. Doink. We'll take him. We'll take him. These babies getting close to spawning. A couple more weeks, they'll be in it. And now, they're eating my shrimp. Just so you know, this is all I'm using, guys. It's a piece of shrimp about that big. These are not giant pieces of bait that I'm putting out here, and I'm using small hooks. Again, you gotta match your hooks to your bait, not the size fish you're dreaming of catching. And it helps with your hookups, it helps with fish picking up your baits. So remember that. Some people will chunk out a whole shrimp. You can do it if you want to. I don't know why you would do it, but I just think you're better off going with the small one. Speaking of shrimp, there's another one getting hit. Let's get this one chunked out there. Boom. Let him get that into the holder. Let's see if he stayed hooked up. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Any of you folks that would be bank fishermen, you don't need to bait to fish where I'm at. Narrow river, very easy to put baits here. Very easy to fish. Some of you may be overthrowing the fish, but that'll happen. There's another one. tell you about this rig here in a second. Another blue cat. Hitting the shrimp. Again, small stuff. It works. It catches fish. Don't oversize it. Juvenile blue. We on them. Alright guys, I'll give you a breakdown on the rig. First of all, black floats. Black floats and muddy water. I think they work better. I think it's not as odd for the fish when they come up on them. These are just some peg floats that I spray painted black. Nothing super hard about it. And it's a santee rig. Basically this sinker sinks to the bottom. This here floats the bait up off the bottom, so it's suspended, fluttering in the water, in the current. I've just got a little cannonball sinker on here. You can use a drifting weight. I just use these. It's easier to cast. It's not whipping around. And then the small is probably a 4/0 hook that's on there. Nothing big. Again, match the hook to the bait. That is the name of the game. So, like I said, these smaller weights cast better. You can really chunk them out there. So, I think we may have one swimming with a bait here. Yep, he is there. He is there. Hooked up. Hooked up again. Another one on the scrimp. The scrimp is working. Scrimp's dominating right here, to be perfectly honest. The one thing that is not working is staying out of these lines. I am finding them every time with these fish. Or I should say the fish are. Look him up. In the boat, baby, in the boat. I think I got in that line again. So one thing about the current here, the way it runs, it kind of sweeps stuff together. Another channel. We found the channel cats. Boom. There he is, baby. Oh, yeah. Good looking channel. Healthy. No wounds on that one. Get them back to spawn. There goes one right there. Yep, he's going with it. Hooked up. Hooked up on the shrimp bait. It's a better fish. He got some shoulders. The old shrimp is kind of dominating right here, right now. Some days it's like that, and some places it's like that. You'll roll into a place and man, they will just smoke it. Kind of what's happening here. Quick tackle breakdown, Catfish Pro rods, and Catfish Pro spinning reels. Catfish Pro, I said it funny. Catfish Pro spinning reels. Got some 20-pound Andy line on them. And I'm using Andy 50-pound monofilament leader. So, yes, I use a monofilament leader. So there we go. Got here. And as always, there's links to all this stuff in the description. This will be a good fish. I'm going to get a net for him, I think. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Good fish, good fish. I'm gonna nurse him over to this side. See what we got here, boys. In the net, in the net. Here's why I like the bait feeder. Watch this. Boom. Get that line off. If for no other reason, I like the bait feeder for that function. Let's look at this fish. Oh, yeah. It's a low tainer. We will take that. Baby over here, get my fish grippers. Trying to save my hands, guys. Tore them up on some of these trips trying to manhandle these things. Look at that. Look at that. Show you that hook in a second. Get that out there. Boom. Roll that baby out. Let's hook this up onto there. Boom, got him. Heck yeah. Man, on a piece of shrimp and a little bitty hook. Who'd have thunk it? I'll show you that tackle here. Terminal in. We'll get this one back alive. Goodbye, big boy. Oh. Let's try that again. Them grippers grip too good. Again, guys, this is what I'm talking about. It's a small hook because it is a small bait. Going with a giant hook because you want to catch a giant fish does not make sense when you're using very small pieces of bait. I'll show you what I'm cutting off here. I mean, there's a piece of that shrimp. I'm cutting off a piece that's about that big. I mean, that is a small piece of bait. You don't need a giant hook. That right there. That's it. Now, if you're chunking out pieces of bait the size of your hand, you can do that. But when you're chunking out these small baits, it makes no logical sense to use great old big giant hooks. Plain and simple. Small hooks will catch big fish. My personal best was caught on a 5/0 hook. That's an 82-pound fish. So that's a bigger fish than most people will ever catch in a lifetime on a very small piece of filet meat. Match the hooks to the bait. You'll get more hookups. You'll catch more fish. Let's get this one back in the water. There's a fish right there. Boom, hooked up. Dude, this shrimp is smoking these fish. And again, guys, it's small hooks and small bait. It is the way you pair and match your hooks to your bait. It makes a difference in the fish you catch. Now, granted, if you're out there trying to catch just nothing but giant fish and want to throw out baits the size of your hand, well, you need a bigger hook. But most people way overgear their stuff. With these baits, you can get some big fish and you get some of these. There's a lot of y'all I get messages from all the time. I can't catch a fish. I can't catch a fish. I can't catch a fish where I'm at. Well, it may be. There's a bunch of these fish, and the problem is you're just over gearing for the fish that you're trying to catch. We'll talk about that. Let's get him back alive. Yeah, there's another fish on shrimp. Shrimp's dominating here. I think we've caught 8 fish. I think only one has been on a piece of gizzard shad. It's dominated here for whatever reason. It's what they're hitting. They're eating it way more, even though it's a non-natural bait out here. I say natural, it's obviously we're in freshwater. These are not freshwater shrimp. These are saltwater shrimp. There is such a thing as freshwater shrimp. They are in this lake, but we're not using that. So anyway, sometimes, guys, if I can give you any advice, is don't overplay the fishery you're fishing. Like I was saying, I've had people reach out to me, you know, ask, why can't I catch a fish? Why can't I do what, you know? A lot of times you're trying to catch fish, one, that ain't there. You may just not have big fish. The big fish may not be feeding. You're chunking out huge baits when there's a lot of these smaller fish around. But as you've seen, we've caught some bigger fish on these smaller baits. So, you know, sometimes that old adage of big bait equals big fish doesn't always play out. It doesn't always work. So downsize your stuff some. We had a trip the other day where we were trying to get to a certain number of fish, and a little contest going on there on the boat, and we downsized the hooks. We had a bunch of hits that were not hooking up. It was basically fish that could not get the baits into their mouth. The hooks were a little bit too big. Downsized the hook 2 sizes, and boom, we started catching fish like crazy. So you guys that are just trying to catch some fish, maybe you're taking the kids out or something like that, downsize your hooks. The bottom line is you can still catch big fish on the smaller hooks. You got to be a good angler. You got to be, you know, diligent with your angling and the pressure you put on them, depending on how small they are, but you can catch them. So downsize that stuff, match the hooks to the bait, and you'll catch more fish and you'll get more hookups. Guys, I think that fish is on there. It's too big to carry the weight off. That's a good problem to have. Actually, maybe bigger than I thought. I think he may have ate that weight and sat right back down on the bottom behind something. It's okay, we'll take them. Again, small baits, small hooks, we're catching fish. A couple of good ones, some small ones to pass the time. The thing is with me, I want to catch fish. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all just want to catch one giant big one, that's fine. But I will stay in a place longer and fish longer if I'm catching some fish to pass the time. It'll put me in the strike zone. So, put you there to catch them. Nice little channel catfish. Something to keep me entertained while we're waiting for a giant. That may or may not come. But we're happy to have this one. Blessed to be here. There goes a fish right there. Boom. That's a better pull right there. Is it a giant? No, but feels anyway like he's bigger than that one. So again, it keeps you in the strike zone, guys. This one is actually on shad. This is actually a shad bite here. So yeah, it keeps you in the strike zone. And what we got here? Yeah, he's a better fish. Again, I sat here a lot longer than I would have if I had out giant baits and wasn't catching fish. There we go. There he is. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, he's getting a little feisty. I think I have lifting. Mad male. Is he lift? Ooh. Dude, guys, that's a giant channel catfish. If I can get him in the boat. That's a giant channel catfish. Holy cow. Holy cow. You see me get excited about a big giant fish and a channel catfish like this. This is for us, a big channel catfish. We just don't get them this big anymore. Boom. We're happy. He double hooked. He went through the outer lip and then through the top jaw. I'm gonna try to get his tail. Let you get a look at him. A male that is not totally crazy colored up. Them big nodules on his head are all swollen. Look at that. Yeah. He's not scarred up and battle torn yet. May not be as close to the spawn as I think. Anyway, nice channel catfish. For us, it's a good channel catfish. Heck yeah. Let's get him back alive.